Hey guys, we made it to day 7. Oh my gosh, my hair is like totally falling flat by now. That's okay. I'm excited because this is probably the day I've been waiting for. I want to talk about one of the biggest complaints I get when it comes to people not being consistent, not sticking to something. And it's because they are so confused with what the heck to do. Comment if that's you. Comment if you've done so many different diets. You've been told by your friend, your boyfriend, your neighbor, your siblings, like some girl on Instagram, I don't know. Comment if you've been told all conflicting things. You've read different books, you've Googled different things. This app is telling you something else to do. Then you watch a documentary on how to eat. So you're just like, what gives? What works for me? How do I know what to do? You've got this like information overload. And so you're not consistent because you're doing different things all the time. You're keto one week, then you're going vegan, then you're going to like back to Atkins, and then you're going to go do Whole30, then you're going to go calorie count, then you're going to do a juice cleanse, and then you're going to go try Optavia, and then you're going to go test out Noom because your friend did it. Then Weight Watchers is running a deal. I'm going to go do Weight Watchers. So you are not consistent because you are consistently doing different things that are not aligned. And so your body is just like, what the heck is happening? And so you might see results in the short term because your body is just like in shock, right? But then long term, nothing really feels sustainable. And this is something I want to share with you because so many people come to us in CMW and they're like, what is something that's going to work for me? Because I feel like every diet sucks, or like I just fail every single time. And I want to make something very clear to you. Okay. It's not that you failed a diet. Okay. Unless like some of these reasons I talked about like really got in your way, right? From days 1 through 6. But what I oftentimes find to give you credit and help you boost your confidence here, because that's my job as your coach, is to boost your confidence. What I've found is that the diets failed people. Let me talk about the Whole30, for example. Now, let me say from a health perspective, there's a lot of merit and value in the Whole30. I love that it focuses on whole foods, clean eating, avoiding processed things. I love that. But from a sustainable, stress-free lifestyle lover, I personally don't like being told that I can only eat, what is it? Like, is it really 30 foods a day? Or is it, I know it's a 30-day diet, but it's having such a limited amount of foods that I'm allowed to eat. And I am speaking as a former vegan. I've done every diet under the sun. I know them all. And this is why I coach on these things. And this is why I built Create My Weight, because I never wanted someone to suffer through all different diets that were not sustainable again, because I've been there. I lost the same 15, 20 pounds over and over again. Gained it back, lost it, gained it back. I had a terrible relationship with food. I overtrained to overcome my sugar addiction. I was like, well, if I'm going to eat all these cookies, I'm going to eat gummy bears, and I'm going to eat, I don't know, I love soft pretzels, like I love pizza. I got to go run it all off. You know how many injuries I've had in my life because I had to run off everything I ate? That's why I still have a limp. And that was 10 years ago. I was going through that. I actually had a cookie right before filming this video. But I have no guilt. I'm not going to go run because of it. And I'm not here to tell you that you should be on the cookie diet because you're going to be even more confused. Okay? But what I'm here to tell you is that you need to ignore the status quo. It doesn't matter what your mom did or what your neighbor did or your friend or what 50,000 people are doing on Instagram. What you have to realize is that you are unique. Something we always say in CMW on the cookie theme is in CMW, we love cookies, but nothing we do is cookie cutter. Everyone we work with is different. You are special. You have different food preferences, different priorities, a different work schedule, a different family life, a different travel life, a different motivation level, different energy levels, different schedule, right? All those things I talked about for the last 6 days, they're different for you than everyone else. So, why would we want to follow a diet that everyone else is doing? Because it might not work for you. So, it's important that you get clarity on what works for you. What foods serve you best, right? I'm going to give you an example. This is why Google is like not your friend always. Because if I go on Google and I search like the best greens to eat, right? What are the best greens for a diet, right? And like raw spinach is always going to come up really high, okay? Me personally, I know I cannot eat raw spinach without looking 9 months pregnant. And I've never had children. I don't even know what it feels like to be pregnant, but I know what a pregnant woman looks like. I've lots of pregnant friends, family. Um, and it's not fun to eat something and look that bloated. Raw spinach does not serve me. Broccoli, I could only do in very small amounts. I have IBS like symptoms. But again, it's like learning what foods work for you. Okay. And then, so it's not just about like learning like foods, but of course, like knowing too, like what foods bloat you, what foods might make you break out, what foods make you feel sluggish. And usually it's not just like one food, it's a combination of food or the portions of food. So even if you have IBS, for example, like people with IBS typically are told that you should avoid like broccoli, right? It's like a high FODMAP food. But you probably could get a little bit of broccoli and just don't combine it with other things. And we teach this in CMW, of course. So that's important, learning what foods work for your body. Because again, if you go vegan, for example, or raw vegan, and you're eating all these raw vegetables and you're bloated all day long, that's not gonna feel good. And you're like, oh, I can't stick to this. This sucks. Like my body hurts. Or I've had people that went vegan and they gained weight and their goal was weight loss and just to feel healthy. And they have the opposite results. Now, granted, when I was vegan for a while, I did it more for environmental reasons. That was my prerogative, or my initiative rather. I felt amazing. That was just my experience, right? But I know others who have not. So I always say in CMW, we nudge, don't judge. We do have vegetarians, we have vegans, and then we have meat eaters. Right? Our cookbook supports both people. We have lots of plant-based recipes, and then we also have regular recipe, like I shouldn't say regular, chicken, fish, whatever. So again, it's knowing what works for you. Same thing, you might have some friends that like eat carbs all day. Oh my gosh, like I'm having oatmeal for breakfast and like sweet potato lunch and dinner. But then you have another friend that like cut out all carbs. So you're like, wait, what? Like, but you don't know like necessarily how their body metabolizes those foods, what their workout schedule looks like, what their movement looks like outside of their workout schedule. Maybe they're not snacking as much. Like what does their other food look like? Right? How long have they been doing it for? What are their goals? So number one, and this is what I want to encourage you to do today, I want you to start getting some clarity. I want you to really commit to yourself, continue to treat yourself like a VIP. And I want you to declare, I will figure out what works for me. And I'm not just talking about food. I'm talking about like a whole routine, the whole shebang. Like, is it better for me to work out in the morning or in the evening or the middle of the day? You know what? Mondays don't work for me. You guys, I don't always work out on a Monday. I hate that saying, never miss a Monday. I miss Mondays. Just saying, I'm a personal trainer. Like, I miss Mondays. What days work best for me? I actually like working out on the weekends personally, because sometimes during the week I'm busy or I'm sore. I'm like, I need an off day. I'm going to work out on like Sunday or Saturday. That's just me, guys. I just listen to my body. But that's important to get clarity on what workouts work best for me. And again, like you might be thinking, well, how do I figure that out? I'm not a trainer. I don't have any knowledge in exercise science. I've tried all different kinds of workouts. I've done Orange Theory, I've done CrossFit, I've done the Peloton, I've done bar, yoga, whatever, you name it. Zumba. But you're like, well, what works? And this, again, this is what we do in CMW. Okay. Our job is to be like, listen, tell me what workouts you like to do. Tell me what workouts you like. I'm sorry, tell me what areas of your body you want to change. Tell me what your goals are. What does your schedule look like? How much time do you have to work out? What's realistic for you? Are you home? Do you travel? Do you work out in a gym? What's your life? And then we come up with your fitness schedule, what that should be. So you're not overtraining, you're not undertraining, and it feels doable and it's something you can stick to. Because what we do consistently is who we will become. If you want to become fit and fabulous and be like, I'm so committed to my fitness goals and I love my fitness routine, we've got to figure out what works for you. For you, your time, your energy, right? Our goal is to protect your energy and your goals. So get clarity on what works for you. Now you might be thinking, well, that's a lot to figure out. Oh my God. Like I have to figure out all the things to do. No, you can start with one thing, one area. And that's why this week I recommended that you focus on one habit. Because if you try to do too many things at once, guess what? Overwhelm, stress, fear. We're going to feel deflated. And your confidence level is going to be at 0. And then you're going to have no motivation, because lack of motivation comes from lack of fill in the blank. What did I say the other day? Confidence, right? So I want you to focus on one thing. Okay. What is that one thing you need to focus on? What is the one area to start with? So let's say you feel like pretty confident in your fitness, right? So maybe you got to get confident in your nutrition. Start there. Or maybe you feel like you know what to eat, but you're just like, I'm not working out. Or maybe after the last 6 days, you're starting to realize that it's not even the nutrition and the fitness, it's what's going on up here. Maybe that's it. And you're like, ooh, this girl, Kristen, like, she kind of is onto something. She's got me thinking. She's got me using that big thing between my ears, that brain. Ooh, maybe I've got some self-sabotage going on. Maybe I do eat when I'm stressed. Ooh, I definitely eat when I'm stressed. Oh, you guys, anyone else a recovering emotional eater, or you are an emotional eater? When I talked about the gummy bears, the cookie dough, the cookies, of course. I never even made it to making cookies. I just ate the dough. Peanut M&Ms, pizza. I mean, I was an emotional eater. That's why I ate those things. I ate because I was stressed. Working 12, 14 hours a day. Are you kidding me? Of course I was stressed. Another reason to create work-life boundaries. You're going to eat better. Probably. Right? So I encourage you today to decide. And this is what a coach also does. We help you make decisions. I want you to decide on one area that you're going to get clarity on. And you're going to be like laser focused on that. And I'll guarantee you that if you're in this Facebook group, I have done a talk about it. I've talked about something nutrition related that you have questions about. Intermittent fasting, plant-based diets, alcohol, meal plans, calorie counting. I don't know. You name it, I probably talked about it. If you have a question, put it in your post for today. Comment below. What do you want to get clarity on? So in your post today, I want you to write down one thing you want clarity on and be open to learning. And be open, not just being told what to do, but actually like being coachable. Because there's a difference. Because a good coach is going to ask you, how does it feel to do this? How is it working for you? Do you feel like this is sustainable for you? Does this fit into your lifestyle? And like, be ready to answer those kind of questions. That's the key. Because again, like, yeah, you might be like, you know what? Like, I'm going to get clarity on nutrition. I'm going to count my calories. My question is that something that's sustainable and stress-free? No, because guess what? Counting calories is a whole new world, and you try 4 different calorie calculators, and they're all going to give you different things. So talk about confusion. That's why I don't mess with calorie calculators, macro calculators, not interested. It's way more important to understand nutrition. Like, how important is protein in my diet? How much protein do I really need? And that number varies based on your exercise, based on your age, based on your goals. 3 factors: age, goals, and activity level, right? Affect your protein consumption. What role do carbs play in my life? How many do I really need? Guess what? That's also dependent on those 3 things: age, activity level, and goals. And you're probably thinking, well, that really sounds like just a calculator can tell me that, right? I just plug and chug some numbers and it should tell me. Not necessarily, because just because this calculator is giving you numbers doesn't mean that those numbers are accurate, number one. And number two, just because you're consuming these, pre-calculated numbers doesn't mean your body actually metabolizes those foods properly, right? If we have gut issues, if we don't have a healthy gut, guess what? Your body is not going to absorb nutrients well or break them down, or break down calories. I'm sorry. So it's important to be healthy. I always say health first, weight loss second, both with strategy. So what you really want to get clarity on is what's healthy, what's actually good for me. Because you can go count calories and you're eating crap. You're eating a lot of processed foods. You're eating things with no nutritional value. You're just counting calories. There's a book called Good Calorie, Bad Calorie, right? But the problem is, if weight loss is a goal for you, a lot of healthy foods are calorically dense, like avocados and nuts, all these healthy fats. Guess what? Fats are 9 calories per gram. So unless you're following a strict ketogenic diet where fat is your number one fuel source, right? And you're eating all the macronutrients, which I believe in eating all the macronutrients, right? The best diets have the most variety. But if you're, eating tons of fats, you're eating a lot of calories. And you might not see that weight loss you're looking for. You're a healthy individual. And this is what I hear all the time. I eat so healthy. Like, I'm paleo and I eat all these really great things. I love avocado toast and I love salads and I love salmon and broccoli and all these healthy foods. I eat nuts all the time. Well, what are your portion sizes? Are you making it at home? Or are you going out to eat? How often are you eating these foods? What's your activity level like? What's your sleep like? There's so many things, my friends. So this is where getting clarity is key. And this is why sometimes when you have done all the things over the years and you've been on this roller coaster of a weight loss journey, this is where getting help can be invaluable. It will save you time, it'll save you energy, and guess what? It will save you money in the long run. I want you to think about how much money have you spent on books, trainers, gym memberships, meal plans, I don't know, all the things. You can spend supplements. That's a whole nother story. I'm sure it's like in the thousands and thousands of dollars over the years, right? But the most important thing for you to do is to get clarity on what's really holding you back from you reaching your goals, and really get help with that. And I will say in CMW, this is exactly what we do, but I am not here to pitch to you CMW. I really just wanted you this week to raise awareness of why you're not consistent in your life and how to start being more consistent, and some tips of how to do that. But like I said at the beginning of the challenge, some of you will do this 7-day challenge and you're like, oh my God, I've learned so much. I'm good to go. Kristen, thank you. I'm out. Or maybe you're like, this girl, Kristen, is crazy. I don't know what she's talking about. She wore the same outfit for 7 days. Her hair looks flat. She talks a mile a minute. What's going on? I'm out of the group. Bye. Or, and hopefully you're not that way, or you might be like, you know what? I've gone through these 7 days, but I've got a ton of questions and my head is spinning. And that's probably the majority of you. And that's normal because let's face it, If you have spent years and years being inconsistent and all these things going on up here getting in your way and all this confusion going on, you're not going to change that in 7 days. No. And truth be told, it's hard to do that on your own. It's hard to like take these thoughts in your mind and like process them and like make meaning out of them and actually grow from them. Because I know a lot of times we look at all these reasons as struggles. Oh my God, I struggle so much with consistency. My family, my work, I have no energy. I'm not motivated. I have to travel all the time. These are all struggles. But in fact, these are opportunities for growth. I want you to be very clear on that. Opportunities for growth. And this is how we look at them in CMW. Okay. In CMW, we're going to help you get crystal clear on nutrition for you, your body, and your lifestyle and your preferences and what's actually sustainable for you. We're going to help you get clear on fitness. What fitness you will actually stick to, what's actually going to transform your body, what you're going to enjoy doing, and what you have time for. You've got 3 days a week to work out, you've got 30 minutes. What should you be doing for those times? What should you do? So this way you don't have to think about it. There's no guesswork going on. We'll tell you exactly what to do. And we'll hold you accountable for doing it. And we'll also align your nutrition with your fitness so that we're eating enough for your workouts. And you might have an increased hunger level if you're working out more. So we'll talk to you about like how to handle that. But we'll also make sure you're seeing results. You're seeing fat loss, you're seeing muscle growth, all those things. So we'll get you clear on nutrition, fitness, and we're going to help you clean this out, raise your vibration, raise your energy, and help you build this fortress around you so other things in your life don't put you down. And also I want you to feel good about making time for yourself and you prioritizing you because you are a VIP. Okay? So that's what we do. The last part is the accountability piece. Just like I've been talking to you all week, we'll have someone check in with you by the end of the challenge. As long as you commented with your dates, we'll have a team member reach out to you. Maybe it's me. We'll see. We're here in CMW to help you every step of the way. In our coaching programs, we have one-on-one coaching, weekly one-on-one coaching. We also have group coaching, but the one-on-ones are like our favorite. Okay. We have a plethora of resources, but again, our resources are going to give you clarity. People tell me that our week 2 nutrition video is like the most like eye-opening thing. If you've seen it when you post today, comment about it. Like totally mind-boggling. So if you want to learn more about CMW, I'm going to drop our link down here below. And we'd love to chat with you. You know, me or one of my team members will chat with you and see if this is a good fit for you. If we really think you need the help, you might be good. You might not need us at all. But like, if you feel like deep down, like you're looking for some more clarity, you want that support, you want to keep being consistent because you're not quite there yet. You want to build lifelong consistency and that motivation and just feel good on your own, finally reach your goals and stay there. You know, schedule a time to talk to us. There's no obligation. You know, I would love to just talk with you and see, where are you right now? Where have you been? Where do you want to be? And what's the best way to get you there? And if we can help you, we'll tell you exactly what we'll do together. For some reason, it's not the right fit. We'll be really honest. Okay. But I hope this challenge served you. I hope you learned a lot. I hope you raised a lot of awareness. And I empower you to keep going. Okay, I want you to feel empowered. I want you to feel that you can do this because you absolutely can. You just have to want to do it for yourself. Okay. Let's stay in touch. You guys can still be in the group. I post things in here weekly. And I'll see you in the group or I'll see you on a call. I'll see you in some capacity. Let's stay in touch. All right, bye.